Hey, how's everybody doing? I hope everyone's having a good weekend out there. I'm trying to get a video put out right now about everybody's favorite subject. Don't be afraid, don't stop watching this video. It's about taxes. As you can see from this extensive list in my recycling bin, I've been trying to complete this video in the shortest, most informative way I can, but there's just so much with taxes. So if you hear me talk about something you're not familiar about, like capital gains, capital losses, your tax bracket, cost basis method, don't fret too much. I'll try and make videos to cover all of those. Plus, there's other videos, you can Google search a lot of this stuff to kind of get a gist of what I'm talking about. But with taxes, basically the IRS and the SEC have deemed cryptocurrency to be a property and it is treated like an asset. I'm sure there's further regulation coming in the next few months and years, but as of right now, just basically treat it like property, like a regular asset. If you sell it or trade it for a profit, that's a capital gain, that's a taxable event. If you sell it or trade it for a loss, that's a capital loss. You can write off, at the end of the year, with your capital gains, you'll either have everything calculated, you'll either have a capital gain or a capital loss. You can write off that capital loss on your taxes up to $3,000 per year. And if you have a capital gain, you'll pay taxes on that based on, if it's a short-term capital gain, that gets factored into your AGI, which basically will just put you in a tax bracket based off of your income. If it's long-term capital gains, it just depends on the dollar amount you sold for as to what bracket you'll be in. Like I said, you can look that up pretty easily. So with taxes right here, you can see I've got 4 different tabs open here at the top for 4 different crypto trackers. And what they do is just track your cryptocurrency, your sells, your trades, your buys, and everything, so you don't have to actually write it down on pen and paper. This comes in handy for sure if you are getting into cryptocurrency. This one right here, this is Koinly. This is the one that I used to file my taxes last year. It uploads everything nice and neat, keeps track of everything. Last year with my taxes, last year in general with trading, I made a ton of mistakes, lost a ton of money, and I was able to write off a capital loss last year. I started tinkering around with my cost basis method, switched it over to highest in, first out, and was actually able to change my taxes quite a bit. I was able to write off the maximum amount last year, which got me a lot of money back on my tax return. I've already amended my taxes, checks in the mail, that's always nice. Plus, I knocked off tens of thousands of dollars off of my taxes for this year on my capital gains, which is going to save me huge come next year. It's going to be huge. So if you pay someone to do your taxes, they'll be well aware of first in, first out, last in, first out, highest in, first out. If you do your own, just kind of pay attention to where your taxes are being filed. I got into a hurry like I usually do and didn't even bother to double check anything. I just filed it. But hey, you can always amend your taxes. The IRS wants to get it right. They don't care if they pay you. They don't care if you pay them. They just want it to be accurate. If you have it accurate, don't be afraid to amend your taxes. Don't be afraid of getting audited. If you've done everything legally, you have nothing to worry about. The IRS isn't some big scary monster trying to throw you in prison. Just do things legally. So let's go over these 4 platforms real quick. All 4 of them will offer basically the same things with pricing, exchange offerings, so on and so forth. But I just want to get those 4 names out there so you can choose one. Right here is Zen Ledger. I've got the pricing pulled up. Like I said, they all will have similar pricing, kind of based on number of transactions you do. Plus, if you get into DeFi or staking, it's going to cost a little bit more for them to calculate that plan. You can upload all of your files to these different apps for free. You will not pay until you're ready to generate a tax form. So if you're ready to upload your taxes to H&R Block or TurboTax or whatever, you pay for that tax form, you upload a CSV file, it calculates right into your taxes, nice and easy. If you have somebody doing your taxes for you, you can either print out or send them the Schedule D 8949 or whatever file they need, or just give them your information to log into these apps, excuse me, and they can go ahead and just pull your taxes from there. So like I said, the pricing will just vary on how much you get into. Right here we have token tax. Like I said, they'll offer a very generous list of exchanges, wallets, swaps, basically everything that you would be using as a US customer. And if you don't see your exchange, well, don't you worry, because you can just upload a CSV file manually. If you have to go that route, it's doable. Right here on cryptotrader.tax, you can see I've got my API key. That's the preferred method for users and for these platforms, because the API key just reads your file from your exchange and uploads everything for you. That way you don't have to do a manual upload. And I'll make a video about doing these API keys. You want to make sure that nobody sees the key. Obviously, no one sees the secret. And you want to make sure it's a read-only file. Don't enable any type of trading or anything. These type of sites just want to be able to read what you've done so they can calculate everything, come up with an end number for you for a capital loss or a capital gain. The support that I have found, with these different platforms, most of them, once you get going, do have a live chat option down here in the bottom. It's very easy to do, very easy to use. They get back to you relatively quickly, and it will help you with, manual uploads. As you can see here, I've got everything uploaded and I have had them synced. So after you get everything uploaded, you can sync them all and they will communicate with one another. I did have to upload Bitmart by hand, manually. So it won't sync, but it does communicate with everything. And what that means is if I upload money to Binance US and I buy Ethereum and then I sell that Ethereum, or let's say I trade the Ethereum into VeChain, that's a taxable event when you trade from crypto to crypto. It'll calculate that event. It'll tabulate, whether it was a profit or a loss. And then let's say I sold more, VeChain back into US dollars so I can put that money back into my bank account. It'll calculate that for you. You can send from an exchange to an exchange, from a wallet to an exchange, a wallet to a wallet, so on and so forth. Those are not taxable events. That's just a transfer. You can transfer across all platforms all day, not taxable events. However, once you trade crypto to crypto, or you sell your cryptocurrency back into fiat currency, that's taxable event. As well as on platforms like Kraken. I mentioned staking earlier. I stake Polkadot to the mainnet off of Kraken's exchange. I earn Polkadot as a reward. That is considered income. That's staking income. That's passive income. You have to report that. You have to pay taxes on that. Same thing with liquidity pools, DeFi, decentralized finance. I have BAO Finance and Ethereum in a liquidity pool together. I earn BAO Finance rewards, and I have to report that as income. It's not just free money. It's technically income, and you have to pay taxes on that. So platforms like this will calculate everything for you, add it all up for you, make things nice and easy so you don't have to fret over taxes. It's already bad enough. I like to do my own just so that I can get that extra level of frustration and anger, like that extra anxiety involved with doing your own taxes. It's really great. It's what keeps me going on the weekends. So hopefully you learned something from this video. Like I said, I'll try to make more videos explaining capital loss, capital gains, cost-based methods, so on and so forth. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, tell your friends, and have a good weekend.